Liverpool, 1955. A young John Lennon, brimming with restless energy, stands on the cusp of adulthood. He's a rebel, a dreamer, and a budding musician, though he doesn't quite know it yet. Another day, another gray sky. This city's gonna be the death of me, John muttered to himself, grumbling. A local bully, Mick, approaches, flanked by two tough-looking friends. Oi, Lennon, still strumming that noisemaker? Why don't you give us a real tune, eh? Mick threatened. Leave me alone, Mick. I'm not in the mood, John replied, annoyed. Oh, but we're in the mood for some entertainment. Maybe we should borrow your guitar and show you how it's done, Mick mocked. John tenses, ready for a fight, but then a young girl, Julia, steps between them. Leave him alone, Mick. You're just jealous because he's got more talent in his little finger than you've got in your whole body, Julia said, defiant. Buzz off, Julia. This is none of your business, Mick dismissed. Everything's my business if you're picking on someone smaller than you. Now, scram, Julia asserted. Mick, surprised by Julia's boldness, hesitates, then backs down with his cronies. This ain't over, Lennon. Just you wait, Mick threatened as he and his gang retreated. Thanks, Julia. You didn't have to do that, John said, grateful. Someone had to. Besides, I like your music. It's different. It's got fire, Julia encouraged. Fire? It's just noise, isn't it? John replied, self-deprecating. No, it's not. It's a spark. You've got something special, John. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. My name is Julia Stanley, by the way, Julia said sincerely. John Lennon. And thanks again, Julia. John appreciated. An encounter that would change John's life forever. Int. John's bedroom, night. John sits on his bed, strumming his guitar. The room is small and cluttered, filled with books and records. Imagine all the people, living life in peace. John sang softly, reflective. He stops playing, frustration evident on his face. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough, John said, disappointed. Flash forward, several years later. Int. The Cavern Club, night. The Cavern Club is packed with screaming fans. The Beatles are on stage, playing a raucous set. Yeah, you got to hide your love away, John sang passionately, full of energy. John belts out the song, his voice filled with raw emotion. The crowd roars its approval. Int. Recording studio. Day. The Beatles are working on a new song. Tension is in the air. No, Paul, that's not what I want. It needs more edge, more bite, John insisted. Paul reasoned, but John, it's a love song. It needs to be sweet, melodic. John replied forcefully. Love isn't always sweet, Paul. Sometimes it's bitter. Sometimes it's angry. The creative tension between John and Paul, a driving force behind their music. Int. Amsterdam hotel room, night. John and Yoko Ono are in bed, conducting a bed-in for peace. From a TV screen, a reporter asked inquisitively, Mr. Lennon, what do you hope to achieve with this unconventional protest? John answered earnestly, we want peace, that's all. Just give peace a chance. John's commitment to peace, unwavering and absolute. EXT. Central Park, day. John is walking with his son, Sean. Sean asked innocently, Daddy, what's war? John replied gently, it's when people hurt each other, Sean. It's when they forget that we're all the same. Sean said naively, that's silly. Why would they do that? John responded with determination, I don't know, Sean, but we have to try to make them stop. EXT. The Dakota. Night. John and Yoko arrive home. A shadowy figure lurks nearby. John said affectionately, "Good night, darling." Yoko replied lovingly, "Good night, John." The figure emerged from the shadows. Gunshots rang out in violent silence. John falls to the ground. Yoko screamed in anguish, "John, no!" The world mourns the loss of a legend. Int, John's imaginary space, continuous. John is young again, playing his guitar on a Liverpool street corner. John sang hopefully, "Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one." His music lives on, his message of peace and love echoing through the ages.